G'day everybody, it's me again. Just mucking around with flybacks. That one down there doesn't resonate anymore, it's buggered. Well, it still makes nice arcs, but I can't actually get it to resonate and make nice high voltage off just a simple 12 volt input. My little game here is to try and get as much output as I can off 12 volts using a quasi-resonance setup, and I thought I'd just show you guys how I insulate this. Don't have my tripod at the moment, so what I'll do is I'll just explain. Firstly, I soldered the high voltage return lead to the correct pin. I found that by using a very low output. Found which pin it was. No chance of damaging anything by it arcing out that way. And now I'll get my hot glue out and I'll fully hot glue this up, and I'll show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you what it looks like after it's dried too. So give me a sec here. Alright, now that's about halfway through the gluing. Now the part of the trick here is don't get your wires stuck or anything else stuck, of course, while you're making a YouTube video. But also really pump that glue in as hard as you can around the bases of the pins. Now you see there's some air inclusions, they won't help with insulation, but yeah, you really got to pump the glue in around the base of the pins as hard as you can, and the more glue you pump in, it will keep the other glue liquid. Because it's, you know, hot glue, you keep it hot, it will stay liquid. Like, as you can see, it's running over the ferrite there. I'm going to keep going all the way around until it's basically one big glob, and then I'm going to let it cool for a bit, and then I'm going to run over the top of all the pins as well. But yeah, the basic idea is to pump it in as best you can around the base of the pins, so you insulate that right up against the epoxy of the potting compound, and completely surround the pin. As you can see, I also used a bit of a heat shrink, sorry, on the HV return, and yeah, I'm going to have to keep pumping here before this completely goes cold. Okay, so there's pretty much all the hot glue in place. All the pins are very much submerged in glue. By now all of the glue would have sunk through gravity to the lower extremities of everything, I hope, including my efforts to mechanically pump the glue in around the bottom of the pins. May have to do a little bit of corrective work once it all sets, but that is still pretty much liquid there. You can still, if I showed you a time lapse, you'd see that would actually still be moving very slowly. So I'll give it about 20 minutes, and then maybe a bit more, maybe 30 minutes, and then we'll come back to it and we'll see how our job went. But like I can see now already that all of those pins are completely submerged in glue, and I don't think there's going to be any issues with leakage there. I will, however, have to have a safety gap, otherwise I do run the risk of building up a hell of a lot of charge in that flyback, and that could possibly damage it and get all kinds of lovely breakout possibly, but they're trying not to do that because they're becoming a bit harder to get a hold of. This one isn't all that big, but like I said, I'm starting to learn that if you tune your flyback properly, you get a lot more output than otherwise even possible, maybe with a ZVS driver. ZVS doesn't always hit the perfect spot with its resonance tuning. I'm not sure exactly how they work on Black Magic and Smoke, they do, but yeah, like I said, I'll give this about half an hour or so to set, and then I'll show you the final results. Alrighty, so I thought I'd show you this finished. Ended up letting it dry overnight. It's gone extremely hard, definitely sealed. I did try the flyback, it works fine, and just as I put this little one together, I found this big one in the rear projection TV today. Ferrite's nearly twice as big. That is going to be a nice flyback. So yeah, that's the glue job done, and yeah, that's the end of this video. I will show some arcs of this big one once I get it hooked up, maybe later tonight, maybe tomorrow, I don't know, see how time goes, and thanks for watching.